YouTube, Trash Talking Circle, everybody in that brotherhood, Sergeant AR with another vid. Man, kind of upset. Shout out to all my Georgia Bulldog fan out there. Bulldogs have lost their starting quarterback over the last 3 years. He's decided to go into the draft. Jake Fromm has made an announcement that he is entering the draft. So, his record as a starter, I think about 7 losses, 33-something wins. Great quarterback, great guy. No off-the-field issues with him. Just a stable force for the Bulldogs at quarterback for the last 3 years now. Obviously, Fields was better, but the coaches went with Fromm. They chose Fromm over Fields. Didn't agree with it, but coaches are gonna pick who the coach is gonna pick. But yeah, he's declared to go to the draft, so that's another piece of the offense this year. I know both our tackles have declared. Swift has declared, and now Fromm has declared. So we're going to be down at least 4 starters next year for the Georgia football on offense. But I wanted him to stay. I don't feel like he was ready to go to the draft. I feel like he needed one more year of development, of strength training. Another year to give back to the school, because this past year was not good at all. It wasn't good. He struggled at times. He missed a lot of throws. He missed a lot of receivers. Receivers didn't do any justice. We had receivers get hurt. We had receivers drop, wide open passes and touchdowns and things like that. So, Georgia went 12-2, and their offense struggled. So imagine if we had, those 2 losses. If we had fired on all cylinders, maybe it would have been 13-1 or maybe 14-0. But Fromm has decided to leave, man. Good luck to him. Shout out to him and his family, everybody associated with him, everybody at the Georgia program, man. Georgia's Pro Day this year is going to be crazy, man. I don't know who's going to work out, but you got a lot of guys, both on offense and defense, declaring. A lot of guys did not even play in the Sugar Bowl against Baylor because they knew that they were going to the league, this fall. So, definitely gonna, send a prayer out to Fromm and the rest of the people that's going to the league. Good luck to y'all. I wish y'all success. But we're gonna reload. Whether we get a graduate transfer or whether we go with the quarterbacks we got on the roster, Georgia will reload. And I see them winning the SEC next year and going to the playoff. They always have the talent. It's just coaching is a main thing that is the Achilles heel for the Georgia football program. As far as my Dirty Birds, no big news on the horizon. I know we need to make roster moves. I know we need to make changes. Looking at these draft picks, one pick number 16 in the first round, needs to be an offensive lineman. The 2 picks that we have in the second round, because the Patriots lost in the first round of the playoffs, one needs to be an offensive lineman, one needs to be a defensive lineman. Now, that offensive line pick at number 16, he needs to come from a good team like Oregon, Wisconsin. These teams with dominant offensive lines. I think all the good D linemen are going to be taken within the first 10, maybe 15 picks. The guys that, everybody's looking at, the guys that dominated on the defensive side of the ball, I don't think they'll be there available. So we should go O-line, that first pick at 16. That second round pick at 45 or 46, somewhere in the 40s. We should go D-line and then go O-line again for that next second round pick. So 2 O-linemen and 1 D-lineman should be our first 3 picks. Now, if the Dirty Birds is going to do that, I don't know. Dimitrov It's always been a toss-up on him in drafts. His draft history is not good, and him and Quinn are still there. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how the combine goes. We'll see how these interviews go, and the All-Star games with the with the college guys looking to get a spot on pro teams. All that goes into effect. Interviews go to effect. A lot of things go into effect to decide who we're gonna pick in the draft. But like I said, trenches. All three picks should be in the trenches, because we've year after year been dominating in the trenches. I've made video after video on how we need to draft linemen, and we've brought in linemen. We drafted 2 linemen last year, both in the first round, and one worked out and one really didn't. Both of them suffered from injuries. I did not know about McGary's heart condition, which kind of threw me off, but Lindstrom got hurt. McGary missed time during training camp, and he struggled a little bit, missed some time during the season. So if those guys will work out and be an anchor on the right side of the line, that'll be great. I think Mac needs to retire or move to guard. We need a bigger presence in the middle. We should draft a center or even draft a guard. If we do draft a center, just kick Mac over to the left guard, keep Jake Matthews at left tackle, and go from there. But yeah, Jake Fromm is gone. Falcons need to draft linemen. We need to get some people that's going to move folks out the way so we can run the ball, man. Quadri needs to start next year. Freeman needs to get out of here, man. It should be thunder and lightning. Quadri should be the thunder. Hill should be the lightning. You know what I'm saying? Hill needs to work on his hands, be, a threat as a pass catcher out the backfield. And as far as Ito, I don't know what's Ito's status, man. He keeps getting concussions. We really can't rely on him. So we'll see what happens with Ito as well. But Freeman's got to go, man. Everybody knows Freeman's got to go. His health, he's one hit away from being gone for 8 games. You know what I'm saying? So we need to move on from Freeman and improve our run game. And that starts with the offensive line, of course. So, yeah, quick update, quick video from the Sarge. Shout out to all the subs out there. Everybody watching the videos. Shout out to all the Falcons fans, man. Keep trolling the Poot-ass, man. Keep trolling the Saints. They deserve it. Any bad calls they deserve. Any misfortune they deserve for all the nastiness that they put out from their fan base and all the freaking trolling they did to us. But Sergeant AR signing out. Have a great Wednesday. I'll get up with y'all later.